Now we have a 4k square minus k raised to the power of 3 equal to 12. I'll look for the value of k. Before we can be able to look for the value of k, first of all, we need to bring down this by saying k square minus k raised to the power of 3. Now we'll bring this 12 inside. The plus 12, when it comes inside, becomes minus 12 equal to 0. And what should we do? We need to express this 12 in two numbers. The two numbers, so to look for the two factors. The factors, which is, we have factors of 12. We have 4 times 3, 12. But we're not going to use the 4 times 3, which gives us 12. But I want to use our 8 plus 4, which is this. I'm going to use our 8 plus 4. We're going to use this method to work on this. Now, why are we using the method to do it? Now, in order to do that, first of all, we have a k square, which will bring down a minus k raised to the power of 3. Then we'll put our minus, we take the 8, open the bracket, 8 plus 4, close the bracket, equal to 0. Now, what should we do? Why did we use this? We used it before because we're going to raise it to the power. We're going to raise them to the power. To the power, having the same base, 2 raised to the power will give us 8, plus 2 raised to the power of 2 will give us 4. You see that? Having the same thing as the k square and k raised to the power of 3. Now what we're going to do, we're going to replace this. In order to replace that, we will bring down our k square, then minus your k raised to the power of 3. See it now? Now bring down our minus 8 minus 4 equal to 0. And after that, we're going to replace it now by saying your k square minus your k raised to the power of 3. Then you have your minus, so your 2 raised to the power of 3, which represents the 8, minus your 2 raised to the power of 2 represent the 4, equal to 0. If you see now they are the same, having your k raised to the power of 2 and your 2 raised to the power of 2, have your k raised to the power of 3 and 2 raised to the power of 3, having the same thing. Now, what should we do? Now, we're going to put them in a bracket. Put them in the bracket. Then put them in the bracket. We'll put the both that have the same power in a bracket. Then put them in the bracket. Here we have a k square minus your 2 raised to the power of 2, which is this. Then the difference of the two brackets. The first one, we'll put our k raised to the power of 3. We have our plus 2 raised to the power of 3, which is equal to 0. Now, having done that, now we have the difference of 2 square. I will have the same thing here of cube here on the other side. Now, let's bring them out one by one. Now, let's take first the difference of 2 square. If you take the difference of 2 square first, you see we have x square minus y square, difference of 2 square, which give us the formula of x plus y, open the bracket, x minus y, which is difference of 2 square. Now, we'll do the next one, which is of a cube. Have x raised to the power of 3 and y raised to the power of 3, which will give us x plus y, open a bracket, your x square minus xy plus y square, which we have done. Now, having done this now, let's plug in all the values we have done here. Now, in plugging it out, we open a bracket, which we're about doing right now. Now, which will give us, first, we need to work on this first, which give us a k plus 2 and your k minus 2, which we are done this. Now, coming to this part, we'll put a minus sign. and open the bracket, it gives us a k plus 2. Close the bracket, you have your k squared minus 2k plus 4 equal to 0. You close your bracket. And after that, what should we do? Now, if you watch, we have the same coefficient here. We have the same brackets. They are almost the same thing. Now, we're going to factorize one of them, these two. And what should we do? We'll bring these two down, which is our k plus 2. And you have your k minus 2, which will close the bracket. Now, what should you do? Now, we'll bring down this one, which is your minus. We have your k plus 2 and your k squared minus 2k plus 4 equal to 0. Now, in factorizing it, we'll bring down this, which is the same as our k plus 2. You've seen it now. Now we have a k minus 2, in which you're seeing here. Then you have your minus. Now we use this to open the bracket. You're seeing it now. We're going to open the bracket. So we're going to have your k square minus your 2k plus 4 equal to 0. You've seen it now? Now it has been factorized. We choose one of these. It was 2. We choose one of it to factorize it equal to the 0. Now, having done this, what should be the next thing? Now we're going to open the bracket. We're going to bring down the first one, our k plus 2. So we're going to bring up the k plus 2, which is this one. Then we open a bracket. Now we're going to work on these two. We're working on these two together. Now work on these two now. It's going to be k minus 2 minus, you have your k square, minus times minus is plus. You have your 2k minus times plus is minus 4 equal to 0. Now what should you do? Now we'll still bring this down. You are bringing the other one down, which is equal to, you have your k plus 2. Then we work on this. You have your k plus 2k, which you're seeing here. K plus 2k will give us 3k. And we'll have a minus 2k, minus k square comes first. A k plus this will give us plus 3k. They have minus 2 minus 4 give us minus 6. Now, equal to 0, in which we have brought here. Now, what should be the next thing we do? First, if you watch, this already, factor of this, the variable of this has been gotten, in which you have a k plus 2 equal to 0. Then we have the other one, which is your minus k square plus 3k minus 6 equal to 0. Now, let's first work on this. To work on this, you have your k is equal to, when this 2 comes over, it becomes minus 2. We've gotten the first k, which is minus 2. Now, let's work on the second one. On the second one, if you watch, you're having a minus k square plus 3k minus 6 equal to 0. If you watch now, for the fact that the k having the square has a negative sign, which will not work with that. It's wrong to work with the negative aspect of it. So we're going to multiply this line you're seeing here with minus 1. We're going to multiply everything here by minus what? Minus 1. To multiply by minus 1 times this k will give us k square, minus 1 times plus minus 1 multiplied by plus this will give us minus 3k, minus 1 times this will give us plus 6 equal to 0. Now this brings us to the quadratic equation. The quadratic equation in which you have your a as 1, your b is equal to minus 3, and your c is 6, in which we have done here. Now, in order for the quadratic equation, first of all, let's solve for the one inside. Now, let's call it, we said that b squared minus 4ac. Let's work on this, on the one inside. So we say that b is minus 3 squared minus 4 times your a is 1 times your c. So minus 3 squared will give us a 9. 9, you have your 4 times 1 times 6, which gives us a 24. Now 9 minus this gives us minus 15, in which we've gotten for these aspects. Now let's solve for the next one. Now having gotten the one in the brackets, now we'll put our formula, which is x is equal to minus b plus minus, you have your b squared minus 4ac over, you have your 2a. Now you have your minus, the b now, according to what we have here, our b is minus 3. You have minus 3. You have your plus minus, which you see it now. Now remember we solved for the b squared minus 4ac, which gave us minus 15. Minus 15, then all over your 2a, your a is 1, which we solved for this. Now what should you do? Now you have your minus will give us minus 3 will give us your 3, positive 3, you have your plus minus. Now if you have your 15, you want to look for the factors of 15. You have your minus 1, times your 15 all over your 2 times 1 is 2. Now what should you do? You have your 3 plus minus. Now the root of minus 1 becomes your I, should become a complex, times your root 15 all over 2. So what happened next? Now what we're going to do right now, we'll say 3 plus minus 1 root 15 over 2. This cannot be simplified further. So what we need to do here right now, so we're going to split it, call it our x2 and x3. Because the first one we got, which is the k, equal to minus 2, was our x1. So it's our x2 will be 3 plus I root 15 over 2. Now we call our x, call the x1, x3, which will give us your 3 minus I root 15 all over 2, which we have there. Now, what should be the next thing? Now, the next thing now, we have to check to know if our answers are correct. Now, according to the question, we have k raised to the power of 2 minus k raised to the power of 3 equal to 12. Now, let's check if our answers are correct. And remember, to check if our answers are correct, remember we'll have our k here, which is our minus 2. Now, we're going to replace it here. Remember, our k, which is minus 2 raised to the power of 2, says we have a minus 2 raised to the power of 3. Now, let's check if you give us our 12. Minus 2 raised to the power of 2 here, which will give us our 4. And here we have a minus 2 raised to the power of 3 here will give us, give us our minus 8 here. Now you have your 4. Minus times minus is a plus. 4 plus 8, which give us 12. So to have 12 equal to 12. So our work, have a correct work here. So do follow us for the next question in which we'll be solving on this. Make sure you subscribe and to follow and touch the notification bell so that you'll be able to get a question that comes out if you want to get it first. Thank you.